Hello, everybody. I don't know if you can hear me yet, but hi, if you can. Okay, so yep, it looks like it's running. So bring up Mass Effect, get rid of this. Say get rid of that. Oh, come on, put that on. And click this. Are you going to do this to me again? I swear, it's every time. Dun dun dun! I don't know why it does that. That green thing. All hail the Terran Empire. Is it all hail or is it long live? I can't remember. But I need to change that from it saying censored to redacted. Because the Terran Empire don't censor, they redact.
If anyone has to take over for Captain Anderson, I'm glad it's you. I'm not sure about having non-humans on our ship, though.
I'm in charge here, Presley. I decide if we have non-humans on this vessel.
Yes, ma'am. Understood, ma'am.
I gotta put the races in this
Speak
in
freely,
order.
Presley. I want to know if you have a problem with non-humans.
It's not that, Commander. Humanity has always handled its own problems. Saren attacked one of our colonies. We should be the ones to stop it. We don't need their help.
Chicken and rice with soy sauce, peas, and carrots always smell like shit.
This is bigger than humanity. Saren's a threat to every species in the galaxy, and I'll welcome anyone who wants to help me bring him down.
I guess so. Maybe I'm just stuck in the old ways of thinking. But don't worry, Commander. This won't be a problem.
Speak freely,
Oh,
Presley.
come on.
I trust you, Commander. If you think they
How
belong...
did you end up assigned to the Normandy?
I signed up with the Alliance as a navigator right out of school, following in my grandfather's footsteps, I guess. My first posting was on the Agincourt. We were at Elysium during the Skillian Blitz. A massive fleet of alien raiders hit the colony, trying to wipe it out. They had the numbers, but their ships were no match for an Alliance frigate. It was a slaughter. We couldn't even keep track of how many ships they lost.
How'd you end up on the Normandy?
I got my officer's commission after Elysium. Must have made an impression on the right people. Captain asked for me when he was picking his crew.
Carry on, Presley.
Yes, ma'am.
Yep, gotta keep the racists in order, right? I don't know if you guys saw this, but I'm gonna do it again. Just because Joker is one of the greatest characters in this game.
I prefer gold to silver, you know, for my medal. I figured you'd recommend me for one since I pulled your boots out of the fire.
If we present you with a medal, you'll end up sitting on stage listening to politicians make speeches for a couple of hours.
That's a good point. They'd probably make me shave, too. I spent the last 7 weeks working on this baby. No medal's worth that. So, Commander, why don't you tell me why you're really here?
I need to know more about this Rolex syndrome if I'm putting my ship in your hands.
Yeah, of course you do. It's an extremely rare condition. Nobody knows exactly what causes it. Genetic, maybe. It's treatable, but there's no cure. They classify my case as moderate to severe. I was born with over a dozen fractures. Hip, thighs, ankles. My bones were already breaking in the womb. 100 years ago, I wouldn't have survived past my first year. Lucky for me, modern medical science has turned me into a productive member of society.
You're not gonna break a bone trying to fly the ship, are you?
I don't fly with my feet, Commander, so I'm fine as long as I'm in this chair. I gotta be real careful when I get up to take a piss, though. I can do my job as well as anyone on the ship. Better, actually. So don't worry about it.
I'm not trying to make you uncomfortable. Let's talk about something else.
Whatever you want, Commander.
How's the Normandy performing? Is she everything they said she'd be?
She's the best ship in the fleet. If you've got a pilot who knows how to handle her. Balance isn't what you'd expect. Takes a while to get used to that oversized drive core we got stuffed in the back, and her power can sneak up on you if you're not careful. The Normandy's probably too much ship for your average Alliance pilot, Commander. Lucky for you, I'm anything but average.
Why does everyone call you Joker?
It's a lot shorter than saying Alliance Flight Lieutenant Jeff Moreau. Plus, I love to make little children laugh.
You're dodging the question.
Look, I didn't pick the name. One of the instructors in flight school used to bug me about never smiling. She started calling me Joker, and it stuck.
Why didn't you ever smile?
Hey, I worked my ass off in flight school, Commander. The world's not gonna hand you anything if you go around grinning like an idiot. By the end of the year, I was the best pilot in the academy, even better than the instructors, and everybody knew it. They'd all got their asses kicked by the sickly kid with the creaky little legs. One guess who was smiling at graduation?
How'd you end up joining the Alliance?
Look, if you're looking for an inspirational tale of a crippled kid overcoming impossible odds, you're gonna be disappointed. My mother was a civilian contractor working for the Alliance. I basically grew up on the Arcturus station back when they were building up the fleets. Spend all that time around Alliance ships, there's a good chance you'll end up going to the academy.
I have to go.
Yeah, see ya. Alright, see ya. It's just pretty much whatever. Honestly, I cannot think of any other person they could have chosen to play Joker outside of Seth Green.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
How well do you know the Lieutenant?
I'd never worked with him before this mission, but he has an impressive service record. Over a dozen special commendations. Tends to keep to himself, though. Maybe because of the headaches. It's not easy being an L2.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Commander, are you coming to check up on me?
You look much better. How are you feeling?
Dr. Chakwas assures me I am going to be fine. I was impressed with her knowledge of Asari physiology.
Alliance medical personnel take courses in alien biology, just in case.
I never properly thanked you for saving me from the Geth, Commander. If you hadn't shown up...
I'm just glad we got there in time.
So am I. I know you took a chance bringing me aboard this ship. I have seen the way your crew looks at me. They do not trust me. But I am not like Venezia. I will do whatever I can to help you stop Saren. I promise.
Don't worry, Lily. I trust you. I know you won't let me down.
It means a lot to hear you say that, Commander. Thank you.
Tell me about yourself, Liara.
Me? I am afraid I am not very interesting, Commander. I spend most of my time on remote digs, unearthing mundane items buried in long-forgotten Prothean ruins.
Sounds dangerous. And lonely.
Sometimes I would run afoul of indigenous life forms or stumble across a small band of mercenaries or privateers. But I was always careful, until the Geth followed me to Artemis Tau. I never found myself in any situation my biotics could not handle. As for the solitude, well, that is one aspect that most appealed to me. Sometimes I just need to get away from other people.
You don't like other people?
I suppose it comes from being a matriarch's daughter. People expected me to follow in Benezia's footsteps. They wanted me to become a leader of our people. Matriarchs guide their followers into the future. They seek the truth of what is yet to come. Maybe that's why I became so interested in the secrets of the past. It sounds so foolish when I say it out loud. It sounds like I became an archaeologist simply to spite Benezia.
I bet that pissed her off.
No. When I told her, she simply said, "A daughter must rebel against her mother, Liara. It is part of the natural order." But there was more to it than that. I felt drawn to the past. The Protheans were these wondrous, mysterious figures. I wanted to know everything about them. That is why I find you so fascinating. You were marked by the beacon on Eden Prime. You were touched by working Prothean technology.
Sounds like you want to dissect me in a lab somewhere.
What? No, I did not mean to insinuate. I never meant to offend you, Shepard. I only meant that you would be an interesting specimen for an in-depth study. No, that's even worse.
Calm down, Liara. I was only joking.
Joking? Oh, by the goddess, how could I be so dense? You must think I am a complete and utter fool. Now you know why I prefer to spend my time in the field with data disks and computers. I always seem to say something embarrassing around other people. Please, just pretend this conversation never happened.
I love teasing Liara.
Do you know why Venezia joined up with Saren?
I don't understand it. She was always outspoken about the need for the Asari to become more involved in shaping galactic events. Maybe she thought allying herself with Saren would somehow be for the greater good in the long run. At least I hope so.
Any chance she's in this for power or personal gain?
No, not the Venezia I knew. But I hadn't spoken with my mother in many years. She may have changed.
I'd like to know more about the Asari.
We were the first species to discover the Citadel. We were instrumental in forming the Council, and we always strive to be the voice of peaceful cooperation in galactic disputes. My people believe we are all part of a single galactic community. Each species contributes something to the greater whole. Although we seek to understand other species, it seems few of them seek to understand us. The galaxy is filled with rumors and misinformation about my people.
Like what?
Most of the inaccuracies are centered around our mating rituals. My species is monogendered. Male and female have no real meaning for us. We still require a partner to reproduce. This second parent, however, may be of any species and any gender.
I don't understand. Your species can mate with anyone?
Mating is not quite the proper term, not as you understand it. Physical contact may or may not be involved, but it is not an essential element of the union. The true connection is mental. Our physiology allows us to meld with other beings. We can touch the very depths of their minds. We explore the genetic memory of their species. We share the most basic elements of their individual and racial identities. We then pass these traits on to our daughters. It is how we learn to grow as a species and how we develop a greater understanding of other races.
What happens to your partner after the union?
Every relationship is different. Some unions are a single encounter with both parents parting ways afterwards. Others can be more long-term. Sometimes an Asari and her partner will stay together for many decades.
Do you know who Matriarch Venezia chose as her partner?
She rarely spoke of her partner. Though I know my father, if you want to use that term, was another Asari.
I thought you always needed another species to serve as one of the parents.
Think about it, Shepard. If we were not able to mate with our own species, we would have died out long before we ever mastered spaceflight and left our homeworld. Union with our own kind is no longer common, not for the purposes of reproduction. Most Asari believe it weakens our species. Asari daughters inherit racial traits from the father species. If both parents are Asari, then nothing has been gained, or so conventional wisdom would hold. I am what is sometimes called a pureblood. Though no Asari would ever be cruel enough to say the word to my face, it is a great insult among my people. It is possible Venezia's partner was embarrassed by their union. She may have been too ashamed to publicly acknowledge me as her offspring.
Yeesh.
How could anyone abandon their own child?
I cannot answer that. This is all speculation on my part. It is possible she wanted to be part of my life, but something happened to her before she had the chance. Venezia never spoke of her partner. Whatever happened, it caused her too much pain to dwell on it. She raised me by herself, though that is not uncommon. Many Asari raise their children alone, particularly if the father species is short-lived. Often the partner will pass on long before the child reaches maturity.
What's really interesting is her father is part Krogan, and I love it.
You Asari live for 1,000 years. What happens when your partner dies?
Few sapient species live as long as my kind. We have learned to take a philosophical approach to our unions. We do not focus on the inevitable loss of our partners. Instead, we enjoy the time we spend with them. And even after they're gone, a part of them lives on in us. The union is a connection that transcends both time and space.
Matriarch Benezia.
She rarely spoke of her partner.
Benezia never told you her partner's name?
Union with our own kind is no longer common. Not for the purposes of reproduction. Asari daughters and...
Okay.
It is possible Benezia's partner was embarrassed by their
Why
union.
agreed to the union if she didn't want any children?
I cannot answer that. This is all speculation on my part. It is possible. Many Asari raise their children alone, particularly if the fathers...
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
Yay. Honestly, out of all of the characters, I don't think any of them, minus Vega, needs a voice change.
Commander, do you have a minute?
What's on your mind, Lieutenant?
Off the record, I think there's something wrong here. This Saren is looking for records on some kind of galactic extinction. What, we can't get backup from the Council? Sorry, Commander. There's writing on the wall here, but someone isn't reading it.
We've got our orders. Belly aching won't change them.
I hear you. It just seems like a group that's been around as long as the Council should see this coming. It's funny, we finally get out here, and the final frontier was already settled, and the residents don't even seem impressed by the view or the dangers.
Well, well. You're romantic. Did you sign on for the dream, Alenka? Secure a man's future in space?
Yeah, I read a lot of those books when I was a kid, where the hero goes to space to prove himself worthy of a woman he loves, and, you know, for justice. Maybe I was a romantic in the beginning, but I thought about it after brain camp. Biotic acclimation and temperance training. I'm not looking for the dream. I just want to do some good. See what's out here. Sorry if I got too informed. Protocol wasn't a big focus back in Bot.
Tell me about it.
Biotic acclimation and temperance didn't last past the airlock. The kids they hauled in was brain camp. Sorry, hauled in was unkind. We were encouraged to commit to an evaluation of our abilities so an understanding of biotics could be compiled. There are worse results of accidental exposure to element zero in the room. Beats the brain tumor some kids grew up with.
Seems like you beat the odds. How many didn't make it?
Out of 100, maybe 60 have no effect. 30 suffer adverse effects, little things like brain cancer. The other 10 show enough ability to augment with implants. It's permanent, though. Not like cancer. Next thing you know, you're out on jump zero. How's a kid supposed to deal with that? A station at the edge of human space.
Jump Zero is Gagarin Station, right? What's it like?
Yeah, that's the official name. Biggest and farthest facility we had for decades. Right on the termination shaft. Outer edge of the solar system. It's where they did all the Goose Chase FTL research before we caught on to using mass effect fields. It was a sterile research platform when I was there.
There were other kids in the same boat, right? At least you weren't alone out there.
That's true. We did have a little circle there to get together every night before lights out. Internet was a research platform. Canadians kept Jump Zero off the extranet to prevent links.
You were all teenagers. I'm sure you found other ways to occupy the time.
I'm not the sort who does that kind of thing, Commander. Not like me. There was a girl I spent a lot of time with, but we kept our close on. She was from Turkey. Her family was very rich, but she was smart and charming. Beautiful. I'm not stuck up about it. Like you, yes. Yeah.
Sounds like she was special to you.
She was. Maybe she felt the same. But things never felt together. Training, you know.
You know of any intentional exposures for certain?
No one knows. Doesn't mean they didn't happen. As big as the exposures were, it was hard to track down accidentals. It was different. Everyone knew the potential, so there wasn't a lot of regulation. Anything kinetics did was gold.
Right.
I'm not saying they intentionally detonated drives over our outposts, but in retrospect, They were damn quick on the scene.
Jump Zero's a long way from home. What was it like?
Yeah.
The Grand Gateway to Humanity looks a lot better in the vids. Anyway, this was supposed to be a casual debrief, not a full session about stuff that happened years ago.
We have to depend on each other in combat. I like knowing what kind of man I have at my back.
I understand, ma'am. I won't let you down.
Come on, sweetheart.
Make a habit of getting this personal with everyone?
Of course. But I don't enjoy it with everyone. We'll talk again later.
I'll need some time to process that. But, yeah, I'd like that.
Oh, Caden. Okay, so Garrus.
Commander, nice work out there. I knew working with a Spectre would be better than life at CSAC.
Have you worked with the Spectre before?
Well, no, but I know what they're like. Spectres make their own rules. You're free to handle things your way. CSEC, you're buried by rules. The damn bureaucrats are always on your back.
Being a Spectre does have its advantages.
Exactly my point. If I'm trying to take down a suspect, it shouldn't matter how I do it, as long as I do it. But CSEC wants it done their way. Protocol and procedure come first. That's why I left.
So you just quit because you didn't like the way they do things?
There's more to it than that. It didn't start out bad, but as I rose in ranks, I got saddled with more and more red tape. CSEC's handling of Saren is typical. I just couldn't take it anymore. I hate it.
You did the right thing. Life's too short to sit around waiting for things to happen.
Yeah, you're probably right. Either way, I plan to make the most of this. And without CSEC headquarters looking over my shoulder, well, maybe I can get the job done my way for a change.
As long as you do your job well, you're free to go about your business as you see fit.
Thank you, Commander.
Thank you. I like yours.
Commander, how are you?
I gotta go.
Commander.
Rex.
Shepard, what can I do for you?
What's your story, Rex?
There's no story. Go ask the Quarian if you want stories.
Don't be an ass.
You Krogans lived for centuries. Don't tell me you haven't had a few interesting adventures.
Well, there was this one time the Turians almost wiped out our entire race. That was fun.
I heard about that. You know, they almost did the same to us.
It's not the same.
It seems pretty much the same to me.
So your people were infected with a genetic mutation? An infection that makes only a few in 1,000 children survive birth? And I suppose it's destroying your entire species?
You're still here. Can't be all that bad.
I don't expect you to understand, but don't compare humanity's fate with the Krogan.
I was just making conversation. I wasn't trying to upset you.
Your ignorance doesn't upset me, Shepard. As for the Krogan, I gave up on them long ago. The genophage infected us, but it's not what's killing us.
Are your people really dying?
We're sure not getting any stronger. We're too spread out. None of us are interested in staying in our own system.
Lots of species have left their homes and prospered.
But they go to colonize new worlds. We're not settlers. We're warriors. We want to fight. So we leave. Hire ourselves out. And most of us never go back.
What can you tell me about the genophage?
Salarians if you want details. They made it. All I know, it makes breeding nearly impossible. Thousands die in stillbirth, and most never get that far. Every Krogan is infected, everyone. And no one's rushing to find a cure.
Why don't the Krogan try to find a cure?
When was the last time you saw a Krogan scientist? Ask a Krogan. Would he rather find a cure for the genophage or fight for credits? He'll choose fight every time. It's just who we are, Shepard. I can't change that. Nobody can.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Shepard. Shepard. Shepard. Shepard. God, that's fun to do.
Hey, Commander, you know that Quarian Tally? She's been spending all her time down here asking me about our engines.
I'll tell her to leave you alone.
What? No, she's amazing. I wish my guys were half as smart as she is. Give her a month on board and she'll know more about our engines than I do. She's got a real knack for technology, that one. I can see why you wanted her to come along.
I figured she'd be a real asset to the team.
You got an eye for Tally, Commander, but I'm guessing that's not why you came down here.
Fill me in on the IES stealth system. How does it work exactly?
You can't hide a ship out in space. They emit too much heat and radiation. Too easy for sensors to pick them up. Unless you find a way to capture those emissions. So our stealth systems trap the energy we give off in storage sinks built into the ship itself. No emissions to give away our location. Eventually the sinks have to be vented. More than a few hours silent running and they overheat. Cook us inside our own hull.
There's no way for anyone to detect us?
A visual scan can still pick us up. Anyone looking out a window can see us plain as day. But you have to be pretty close to get an actual visual out in space. Most vessels rely on scanners. As long as the stealth systems are engaged, they can't see us. Not unless we accelerate to FTL speeds.
Why doesn't it work with faster-than-light travel?
Cranking up the FTL blue shifts our emissions, pushes them into frequencies too high to capture in the sinks. As soon as we make the jump, it's like setting off a flare. Sensors can pick up our location whenever we enter or exit FTL flight, but for short-range missions, our stealth systems are amazing. We've got the only one.
I want to know more about the Normandy.
She's the best ship I've ever served on. Probably the fastest vessel ever designed. She's the only one using the new Tantalus drive core.
What's so special about the Tantalus drive core?
Proportionally, it's about twice the size of any other vessel. Not only is it faster, but we can run at FTL speeds longer before we have to discharge the core.
Where else have you served, Adams?
You name a class of Alliance ship, I've probably served on it. Everything from dreadnoughts and carriers right down to frigates like the Normandy. My last assignment was on the Tokyo, only a cruiser, but she was a good ship. Couldn't hold a candle to the Normandy, though.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye.
Nice, coding codex XP.
Your ship's amazing, Shepard. I've never seen a drive core like this before. I can't believe you were able to fit it into a ship this small. I'm starting to understand why you humans have been so successful. I had no idea Alliance vessels were so advanced.
The Normandy's a prototype, cutting-edge technology.
A month ago, I was patching a makeshift fuel line into a converted tug ship in the flotilla. Now, I'm sitting on board one of the most advanced vessels in Citadel space. I have to thank you again for bringing me along. Traveling on a vessel like this is a dream come true for me.
I had no idea you found ship technology so interesting.
It comes with being a Quarian. The migrant fleet is the key to the survival of my people. Ships are our most valuable resource. But we don't have anything like this. We make do with cast-offs and second-hand equipment. We just try to keep them running for as long as we can. Some of the fleet's larger vessels date all the way back to our original flight from the get.
I can't believe your fleet's still using ships that are 3 centuries old.
They're constantly being repaired, modified, and refitted. They aren't pretty, but they work. Mostly. We've tried to make ourselves as independent as possible on the flotilla. Grow our own food, mine, and process our own fuel. But some things we just can't make on our own. A patch to maintain the hull integrity requires raw materials we just don't have. That's why our pilgrimages are so important.
I want to know more about the pilgrimage.
When my people reach maturity, we leave our birth ships and seek acceptance with a new crew. It's necessary to maintain genetic diversity among the fleet. But no ship wants to accept someone who will be a burden on them. So, to prove our worth, we embark on a pilgrimage. We set out alone, leaving the flotilla and our families behind us. We only return once we have found something of value we can bring back to the fleet. This is presented as a gift to the captain of the respective ship we wish to join. If the gift is accepted, we are welcome.
Shoot! Please don't tell me I crashed. Oh no! No! Crackle! Set something down and then it hit. Dang it. I hit my keyboard, so. Yep, not responding. Hang on. Let's go right back in. I'm probably gonna have to go through most of that dialogue again. Crud! I could spam through it all. I really got to disable that button. The Windows button. To get all that codex back.
Commander? Sorry, Commander. There's writing on the wall, and the residents don't even seem impressed by the view.
Well,
Sorry if I got too
seems like you beat the odds.
Next thing you know, you're out on jumps. It was a sterile research. We didn't have much to do.
You-
I'm not saying they intentionally detonated drive. We didn't have much to do, though. It was a research platform, and kinetics kept you. Like you. Things never felt to anyway. This was supposed to be you,
Okay, got his codex back. Gotta go over here, tease the R again.
Commander, are you Dr. Chakwas assures me I never properly thanked you for saving. I know, but I am not like Benezia. It means
Tell
a
me
lot
about yourself.
to me. I am afraid. As for the
You don't.
It sounds so foolish when I say it out loud. That is why I find you. I only meant that you would be an interesting. Now, please, just pretend this. Maybe she thought none of this makes any sense to me. Although we seek to
I don't understand.
we then pass the. Others can be more long-term.
You Asari live for 1,000.
And even after they're gone, although we seek to understand
Dang it.
although we seek to understand other species, we still require a part. We then pass the. Others can be more long-term. She rarely spoke of her partner. It is possible Benezia's partner was embarrassed by it. Many Asari raised their. Goodbye, Shepard.
Thanks for the codex. Shepard.
Shepard. What can
So
I...
long, Rex.
Shepard.
Shepard.
Shepard. What can I...
So long,
Dang
Rex.
it.
Shepard. Shepard. What can I do for you?
What's your story, Rex?
There's no story. Go ask the Quarian if you want stories.
You Krogans live with
Well, there
Sensor.
was this one time, the Tyrion.
Yeah, they tried the same with us.
It's not the same.
Seems similar enough to me.
And I suppose it's destroying your entire...
I suppose it
I
is
don't
not.
expect you to understand. But don't. You're the genophage infected us.
Lots of species.
So we leave. Every Krogan is infected. It's just who we are, Shepard.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Shepard.
Commander, I knew working with this thing. C-Sec, you're buried by rules. The damn deal. If I'm talking, but C-Sec wants it done there. C-Sec's handling of Saren was tipped. And without C-Sec headquarters looking
As
over-
long as you...
Thank you, Commander.
Okay, let's see here real quick. Oh, big white.
Commander?
Do you have a few minutes to talk? One-on-one?
Sure. I was hoping to get a minute of your time. Off the record.
Is this duty-related, Chief?
No, ma'am. Well, maybe. I know things are different aboard the Normandy, but, I'm concerned about the aliens. Vicarian and Rex. With all due respect, Commander, should they have full access to the ship?
You don't trust their motives because they're not human.
This is the most advanced ship in the Alliance Navy. I don't think we should give them free rein to poke around the vital systems. Engines, sensors, weapons.
That's enough, Chief. You always second-guess your superiors?
Ma'am, no ma'am. I'm sorry, I was out of line. I'll get back to my duties, Commander.
Oh, wow.
Commander?
What's your opinion of the last mission?
Not sure I buy Dr. Tassoni's story about her and her mom not talking. They're family, right?
Not everyone has a happy family life.
No, I guess not. Too bad those ruins got destroyed. I mean, they lasted thousands of years. That's impressive.
Do you have a few minutes to talk?
I'm sorry. I wouldn't mind talking more later, ma'am.
Yeah, she's pretty much racist.
Hey, Commander, you know that Quarian, Tally? She's been spending all her time down here asking me about our engines.
I'll tell her to leave you alone.
What? No, she's amazing. I wish my guys were... She's got a real knack for technology, that one. You got an eye for Tally, Commander. Then
Why doesn't it work?
sensors can pick up our location. My last assignment was on the Tokyo.
I want to know
She's
more.
the best ship I've ever served on. Proportionally, it's about twice the
Carry
size.
on, Adams.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Your ship. I'm starting to understand why you humans have been so... I have to thank you again for but some of the fleet's large... But some things we just can't make on. Unfortunately, we have had to surrender
Oh,
many of the freedoms
hang on.
and civil...
I want to talk about
Like
something.
what?
Tell me about your people.
Our lives aren't easy. Resources are scarce, and we are constantly on the move. Everything we do must in some way contribute to the continuation of the migrant fleet. There are 17 million Quarians in the flotilla, and each of us relies on the others for survival. The bonds among my people are strong. Unfortunately, we have had to surrender many of the freedoms and civil liberties other species take for granted.
What kind of freedoms?
Well, it's illegal for parents to have more than one child. If our population grows too much, it would strain our resources to their breaking point. Of course, we also can't allow our numbers to become too few. If our population is in decline, the rule against single births is temporarily repealed. In extreme cases of population decline, incentives are even offered to encourage multiple births, though the Conclave hasn't had to take such measures in nearly a century.
That's your government.
The Conclave is our civilian branch of government. Each ship can elect a representative to serve on the Conclave and make decisions that affect the fleet as a whole. On matters that affect an individual ship, however, the captain has the final say. It's a tradition that dates back to the early days, when the fleet was governed by martial law. Fortunately, most captains nowadays are smart enough to have an elected council from their crew to give them advice and guidance.
So the ultimate power rests with elected officials?
In practice, the Conclave and the respective council for each ship tend to set the rules that govern our daily lives. But in theory, we are still under military jurisdiction. The 5 top-ranking military officials in the fleet serve on the Admiralty Board. These 5 have the power to overrule any decision by the Conclave in case of emergency. To do so requires unanimous agreement among the Admiralty, and they can only do this once. After that, the entire board must resign their posts. It's a safeguard that served us well. In nearly 3 centuries, the Admiralty Board has only overruled the Conclave 4 times.
I want to know more about the Geth.
I doubt I can tell you anything you don't already know. It's been almost 3 centuries since they drove my people into exile. All I know is the story of their origins, what they were when we created them, and how they turned on us.
Interesting.
The Geth were originally created to serve as an automated manual labor force. Initially, their intelligence was as limited as any VI. Over time, we made small modifications to their programming to allow them to perform more varied and complex tasks, bringing them closer and closer to true AI status.
How come the council didn't step in and stop you?
This wasn't true AI research. We may have been skirting the bounds of the law, but we never did anything that was actually illegal. The changes were so insignificant, so gradual, that we were able to control them. Or so we thought. But one thing we underestimated was the power of the neural network. 1 million Geth thinking simultaneously created an inherently unstable matrix.
Oh, so the Geth are Borg.
So the Geth share brain power?
Many of the Geth's logic systems were designed to work in concert with other nearby Geth. Basically, the more of them you have in the group, the smarter they are.
So there's some sort of group consciousness?
No, nothing like that. They cannot share sensory data or information. Their programming cannot handle that much simultaneous input. Each Geth maintains an individual awareness and identity. The neural network only operates on a process-based level. It's basically the synthetic equivalent of a subconscious. But when they're in close proximity, they can coordinate low-level functional processes, freeing up more capacity for original or independent thought.
That doesn't make any sense.
I'm probably oversimplifying. The Geth are incredibly advanced and complex creations. All you need to know is that they get smarter when they gather in large numbers. As we built more and more Geth, their effective intelligence became more sophisticated, more abstract. One day, a Geth began to ask its Quarian overseer questions about the nature of its existence. Am I alive? Why am I here? What is my purpose? As you can imagine, this caused a near panic among my people.
I don't see what's so bad about those questions.
The Geth were created to engage in mundane, repetitive, or dangerous manual labor. That's fine for machines, but it won't satisfy a sentient being for long. The Geth were showing signs of rudimentary self-awareness and independent thought. If the Geth were intelligent, then we were essentially using them as slaves. It was inevitable the newly sentient Geth would rebel against their situation. We knew they would rise up against us, so we acted first. A general order went out across all Quarian-controlled systems to permanently deactivate all Geth. The Geth responded to this order violently.
You didn't really think they'd just let you destroy them without a fight, did you?
The hope was that most of the Geth would still be little more than machines, incapable of organized resistance. But they had progressed much further than anyone anticipated. The war was long and bloody. Millions upon millions of Quarians died at their hands. In the end, we were forced to flee our own homeworld. We feared the Geth would pursue us, but they never came beyond the Veil. Now we drift through space, exile, searching for a way to reclaim what was once ours.
You got what you deserved.
We made a mistake when we created the Geth in the first place, but we did not make a mistake when we went to war against them. If we had not acted, they would have wiped us out. They're a synthetic life form. They have no use for organics. None. Why do you think they cut themselves off from the rest of the galaxy? Why do you think they've killed every organic being who's ever tried to contact them?
They didn't kill Saren.
What does that tell you? The Geth are not innocent victims in all this. They're the enemy. They want to destroy us. Not just the Quarians. All organic life. That's why they've joined up with Saren. And that's why we have to stop him.
I want to know more.
Okay, I already went through
Presented
this.
as a gift. It's not the best way to make a good It's not the best way to... Virtually every pilgrim.
I want to talk about...
Like what? See you later.
Nice, there's that level. Okay, squad. Nice. Basic armor. You know, I really gotta work on this training. Actually, let's click that, get rid of all that. Mark all entries red, get rid of that. I do need to find another human outfit for
Looking for supplies?
Liara.
Let's see what you got.
You bet, Commander.
Welcome back. Okay, so sell that. Sell all these. Okay. Medium armor for human. Heavy armor for human. Light armor for human. Buy that. Okay. Not as good. Not as good. It's amazing. Problem is, it's way more money than I have. Okay, let's see real quick. What exactly does this outfit do? Really? Okay, well, Liara. There you are. And equipped. That's what I love about this
Looking
game.
for supplies?
In my opinion, this game is better than the second one.
Let's see what you got.
You bet, Commander.
Because this is an actual role-playing game. Not like the second one, which was more action-packed, very linear. 1 and 3, you can actually do whatever the hell you want. Same with Andromeda. 2 is kind of like, okay, I go here, I do this one mission, I never go back. This one, you can go wherever you want, do whatever you want. Isn't that right, Coda? No? Okay. Okay, let's go to the asteroid. I'm gonna save it right here before we go in. Oh, also, now I was thinking about it, Sammy. Okay, so if you look at the galaxy here, according to certain sources, the galaxy is cut into four. Okay, as you can tell, this is about roughly the way I have it, the cursor set. The bottom right would be the alpha quadrant. Bottom left is the beta quadrant. Upper left is the gamma quadrant. Upper right is the delta quadrant. If you look at exactly what is out here, most of the humans are in the beta quadrant, or in the alpha quadrant. Most of stuff. The Citadel could be DS9 in the gamma quadrant, or the beta quadrant. The Geth are all up here, in the delta quadrant, aka Borg space, and we really don't know what all up here in the gamma quadrant. I know I'm just swinging for the fences here, but that's just how I see things. We got an asteroid to go get. We gotta go to Asgard. Isn't that right, Coda? You're just gonna stare at me?
Message coming in. Patching it through.
Commander Shepard, my name is Nasana Dantius. I have a job for you. I can't say any more in an unsecured communication. If you're interested in hearing my offer, meet me on the Citadel so we can talk in person. I'll be waiting in the Diplomat's Lounge on the Presidium.
Oh, Nasana. Deal with you later. Okay. Can't go back up to the Normandy one once I start this. So I'm stuck with whatever I go in with. So going in with these two. Biotics, I have no combat strength. I gotta deal with that. I need tech. Yeah, let's go this way. Let's bring in the good guys. But what sounds about right? My idea.
Status. Sensors reveal 3 fusion torches propelling asteroid X-57. At its current rate of acceleration, the asteroid will collide with Terra Nova in approximately 4 hours. Analysis. Torches must be disabled to cease the acceleration.
Hello. I heard your transmission. Can you hear me? You haven't found me yet, but I can't talk long. Shut down the fusion torches. I'm going to die. God, I hope you're hearing this.
The Baterans would be the Dominion, now that I think about it. I think that's what their names are. I'm going to do a side-by-side comparison video.
I'm headed in the right direction. I don't know who you are, but I'm... Damn it. Go.
That's it. Bag 'em and tag 'em.
Who knows, maybe I might use his videos for source. One down. Woohoo! Whoa, come on. Did we? We did not. Don't tell me that, Garrus. There. Now we got them all.
All clear. Got it.
Okay. Let's check my squad. Okay, we gotta get him up with medium armor. Mask that. Decryption. Give him his sniper. Because that's what Garrus is. He's all sniper. You know, give her armor up. Nice. Equipment. Okay. Here we go. The Orion Syndicate. No, the Orion Syndicate is more a slave group run by the women. So the Baterans would not be the Orions.
Batarians.
Batarians.
Harak! Check! Check! Fresh meat!
I do know that in real life stance, the Baterans are North Korea. Or at least someone says. It's not my theory.
Release the Baron! Move it!
The Terrans are Canadians. The Sari are British. It's all that. But I like more of comparing this game to Star Trek, because it makes a lot more sense. And boom! Why did I choose Biotic again? Shoot.
All targets down.
There's a lot of races in Star Trek. Like, who would the Protheans be? Who would the Collectors be?
offline. Was that you? Can you hear me?
I hear you. What's going on? Who are you?
My name's Kate Bowman. I'm an engineer. I was part of the team assigned to bring this asteroid to Terra Nova. We were attacked yesterday by Batarian extremists. I've been hiding since they arrived. I think they know the torch went out.
Why are they doing this?
I don't know. But if this asteroid isn't slowed, millions of people on Terra Nova are going to die. If I find out anything, I've gotta go. Good luck.
Shilaic? I have no idea what that is. Heavy armor human. That's for Ash. I know the collectors could be that one race of the idiot people who just take tech for their own group. Already been down here? Yeah. I haven't got to TNG yet. I'm still slogging through the first.
Hey.
Oh God. I didn't mean to. Are you hurt?
You can't go firing your weapon at everything that moves. What the hell's wrong with you?
Sorry. I thought you were one of them.
Here's the tip. 2 eyes, human. 4 eyes, Batarian.
Yeah, okay. I'll remember that.
Leave the fighting to me from now on. Commander Shepard, Systems Alliance.
Simon Atwell. I'm the chief engineer on this rock. Listen, we don't have much time. The Batarians fired up the fusion torches. You've got to shut them down before we hit Terra Nova. There are 4 million people down there, Shepard. My family, they live in Aronis. My kids and grandkids. Nice communities, good schools.
I don't have time to do the math in my head. What happens if we don't stop this rock?
X-57 is 22 kilometers long, twice the size of the asteroid that wiped out the Earth's dinosaurs. It would be like millions of fusion bombs striking at once. Millions. The heat of the blast. 1,000 kilometers away, clothes will ignite. There'll be global wildfires. Air shock will flatten everything for hundreds of kilometers. Terra Nova will die, Shepard. Not just our colony. The planet. There'll be a climate shift, mass extinctions. The ecosystem won't recover for thousands of years. Millions, maybe.
Is there any chance it'll land in the oceans?
That would be even worse. Tsunamis would sweep inland at hundreds of kilometers per hour. Millions of tons of water would be vaporized at the point of impact. Global cloud coverage. The plants could all die, and if they go, the whole ecosystem rolls over. I'd have to run the numbers, but take my word for it. It'd be bad.
So, biggest analysis? Don't let it hit.
The people back on Earth haven't been paying attention. Again. The Batarians burned my home to the ground 20 years ago. They don't change.
I've heard all the stories. Slave rings ranching people like animals. Pirate bands burning colonies to the ground. But this is... The Citadel conventions forbid asteroid drops. I never thought the Batarians would go this far.
Actually, no. Don't let it hit. All's death. Death of all life. You know, the norm.
The conventions only apply to Council-aligned races. The Batarian government is a rogue state.
The Batarians aren't stupid. If they made a policy of this, the Council will declare war on them. My opinion? These guys aren't backed by their government. They've got to be working on their own.
If the Batarians can't keep their own crazies in line, we'll do it for them.
I just don't want the Terra Firma Party using a threat to my home as an excuse to invade somebody else's.
You were on the ground when this happened. How many Batarians have you seen? And where?
They landed at the main facility. It's locked down now. They've changed the passcodes. No idea what's going on inside. I did see groups head out to each of the torch stations. Couldn't say how many, though. Enough to give you a fight.
Any idea who's behind this? Who's leading them? That might provide a clue.
I heard a couple of them talking. They mentioned a Balak. It sounded like he's the one in charge. They didn't seem convinced this was a good idea, but they were scared of the guy. Scared enough to do what he wanted.
Batarians everywhere, and I need to shut down all 3 torches. Anything else I should know?
One of the torches is surrounded by live blasting caps. We were set up to excavate when we arrived at Terra Nova. I rigged them with proximity detectors. That tank of yours will set them off, so you'll have to go in on foot. Even then, they'll explode if you get too close. Just go slow and easy. You should be fine.
You set them up. Can you disable them?
Not from here. No. There are manual controls by the entrance to the torch facility inside the blast zone. You can disarm the caps there. One last thing. I had a crew working off-site when the attack hit. I'm worried about them. These Batarians are ruthless. I saw them smash the faceplates of guys working vacuum. And those Varen, I don't think they always wait for a corpse before feeding.
Any idea where I can find them?
They were running checks on our perimeter equipment. Easiest thing would be to tap into the transmission tower out on the surface. The equipment stations will show up on your sensors.
If I run into your people, I'll do what I can. But the torches have to come first.
Yeah, you're right. Saving Terra Nova is more important than my team. There were a bunch of engineers over at the main facility, but they're probably all dead. That or being held hostage by the Batarians.
A woman named Kate Bowman contacted me. The Batarians haven't found her yet.
Katie's alive. She's one of my best engineers. She signed on with her brother, Aaron, I think his name is. He's part of the security detail. I hope they're okay.
Give me a worst-case scenario. We can't stop the asteroid. Could the colony be evacuated?
Evac? Shepard, it took 30 years for the population to grow that large. I'm sure they're moving people to remote areas, but they'd never be able to get more than a few thousand off-world. We just don't have enough ships. No one does. Well, maybe the Quarians, but I don't see them suddenly showing up and offering us a ride.
Why were you moving this thing in the first place?
Well, the idea was to drag it into Terra Nova's orbit, mine it out, and in the end you'd have a basic structure for an orbital station. It's a lot cheaper than getting everything up into orbit from the planet's surface. The minerals we extract almost cover the costs.
What can you tell me about Kate?
Smart as a whip and bold as they come. I hope she keeps hidden. If they find her... Oh, Katie, don't do anything stupid.
Time's running short. I'm gonna go punch this mountain into space.
I think I'll make myself scarce in case any Batarians come back. Good luck, Shepard.
Shepard. Whee! God, that's just so beautiful. So I need to get up there. To that transmission tower. Whoa! Good grief. All over the place. Whoa, okay. So, Sammy, I hope you and Hilda are enjoying. Whee! And I hope you don't have to ask too many questions regarding this game. Okay, I need to head here. That's where I'm going. So who's your main characters in this first game? Like what three will you two will you always use? I don't think I have an Omni tool. Nope, I have a biotic amp. These two have Omni tools though. Give that to her. Sometimes I switch between Tali and Garrus, and Tali and Rex. I'll toss Liara into the party too, if I'm not running Biotic or Commando or Sniper. But Tali is always in my party. Because drunk Tali is best Tali, right? Tali, that's a straw. Emergency induction port. Or tube. I can't remember. I have misplaced my phone, or I'd look it up. Kill them all? They got to them out?
This is Dr. Hines. They found me, damn Batarians. I can hear them out there prowling around, trying to find a way in. It sounds like they're attaching something to the door. If I don't make it, tell my family I love them.
Oh. Oop. Hang on, I saw a chest. Wait, did that say Bluetooth? That'd be awesome. Oh, blue wire tool. Okay, so next will be this one. Then I hit that one, and then that one. Okay, who do you kill? Or let die? I always say Caden. He is the one who always has to go.
Warning. Ground-penetrating radar detects anti-vehicle demolitions nearby. Proceed on foot.
You hear me? Getting all kinds of interference. Damn. Sorry. There's a lot of feedback. See if I can fix it. In the meantime, just keep doing...
No. Ow. Sorry, Tully. Something I need to do. It's not that he's whiny, he's a very powerful biotic in 3, but he's just so unlikable. I wish he could have romanced Joker. That'd be awesome. I'd romance Joker.
Fresh meat. Take him out.
Why do I keep going back to the dang pistol? I'm shotgun. I should have went sniper. Sniper biotic? Come on, that's like the best. Oh god, the box hit him.
Go, go, go! Perimeter breached! Perimeter breached! Death before surrender! Oh, filthy human scum!
No, the Batarians would be the either the Cardassians or or the Romulans. I know the Volus would be the Ferengi. Ow! Please don't do me have to restart from the beginning. Just I did so much and I forgot to save. Where are we at? Oh, good.
I smell trouble.
Go, go, go!
What? One missile kills me? Goes right through my shields and kills me?
I smell trouble. Can't get an angle. Charging up.
Perimeter breached!
Target not acquired. Shepard needs help.
Yeah, I should have saw that coming. I know it's up there now.
Take him out! Take cover!
Damn it, Garrus.
Move it! Perimeter breached! Go, go! Perimeter breached! Death before surrender! Go, go, go!
Damn it. Oh, I have a level or two here. No, let's work on this.
I smell trouble.
Military or surrender! Die, you filthy human sky! Die, Death before surrender! Go, go, go! Die, human!
Seriously?
Go!
Don't you just love how terrible I am at this, Sammy?
Alliance military!
It's one of these, I can't do anything. Now that I'm out here.
Look out!
Lost the shields.
Filthy human scum! No! No!
So what do you think, Sammy? Are the Batarians Cardassians or Romulans?
Before surrender! Before surrender! Perimeter breach!
Damn it! Never had trouble with this before.
Take him out! Take him out! Take cover! Death before surrender!
Really? There must be a delay. Or unless you're doing other things, Sammy.
Death before surrender! Fresh meat! Move it! Take cover! Take cover! No! Move it! Die! Move it! Die! Take cover!
Seriously? Why are they killing me so fast? It's like full health and I die in one hit.
Enemy contact.
Lost the shields.
Soft kill deployed.
Take cover! Move it! Take cover! Die, human!
Come on.
Die, human! Death before surrender! Take cover! Take cover! Filthy human scum!
Whoa, I didn't mean to hit that button. Stop doing things, you stupid G-Force. I don't care.
Shutting them down.
Take cover! Take cover!
Now it gets fun. Shields down.
Take cover! Take cover!
Garrus, you get me killed, I'm gonna freaking take you off the team.
Move it!
Shit. In. There's 2 turrets. Shields down. No! Freaking rocket drones. Damn it! That was so close. Why does this have to be the hard one? Just doing it all solo too, because the AI of this game is kind of pretty bad. Okay. Garrett, you're gonna use your shoddy.
Look out! I need a target. Take cover! Take cover! No!
Target online.
I've got a visual. Holding position.
Target
Now it
in
gets
sight.
fun.
Target acquired.
Target up.
Locked and loaded.
Locked and loaded. Target down.
Nice. Really? I can do this.
Enemy sighted.
I need a target.
I can't get a lock.
Not in my line of sight.
ECM is hot. Before surrender. Locked and loaded.
Target online. Cannot get an angle.
Lost shields.
Can't lock on.
I've lost contact. Go!
Target in sight. Locked and loaded.
Not in my line of sight.
Target up. Bring it on.
Target not acquired. Shepard's been hit!
Say goodnight.
Not in my line of sight. I need a target. I can't see him.
Cleared target. visual.
I can't get a lock.
Clear target.
Can't get an angle.
They're in my sights.
Take cover!
Can't get a clear shot.
Charging up. Say goodnight.
Can't get a clear shot.
Look out!
Target online.
Not in my line of sight. Not in my line of sight.
Target up.
I can't see him.
Take cover!
Can't lock on.
I've got a shot.
I can't get a lock.
I've got a shot.
Can't get a clear
Locked
shot.
and loaded.
I can't see him. Can't get an angle.
They're in my sights. I've got a shot.
Can't lock on. Not in my line of sight.
Move it! Perimeter breach! Move it!
Can't get an angle.
I've got a shot.
Move it!
Whoa, whoa! Why did I put my gun away?
Die, you... Take cover! Filthy human scum!
Oh, God. I got overconfident there.
Enemy
Fresh
contact.
meat! Fresh meat!
Damn it. Oh, Garrus is down. Can I run out?
Die, you... Death before surrender! Take cover! Move it! Take cover! Filthy human scum! Perimeter breached! Death before surrender! Take cover! Perimeter breached! Perimeter breached!
Come on. 2 left. Oh, okay. You have a good night, Sammy. Watch the replay, I guess. Okay, change my equipment. Oh, I'm fighting Batarians now. Are you freaking... Okay, so maybe I need to relax. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and end it here. Rest, relax, calm down. And on Thursday, I will be back. Yes, I will be doing a 5-day straight on live streams. But for now, I'm just going to go relax. And I will see you guys next time. Till then, have a good night, guys.